She bent down and peered through the keyhole. On the other side of the door lay a dimly lit hall. She couldn't reach it, but she knew exactly where it was, on the second floor of a purple mansion in a town called Cypress Creek. 3 doors along the hall led to bedrooms, and there were 4 people asleep inside. She'd been watching them through the keyhole all evening, the 2 boys and their parents, and she'd been deciding what to do with them when she got to the other side. She tried the doorknob for the 1,000th time. It twisted, but the door wouldn't budge. It wasn't just locked, it was barricaded. She knew she was the one they were trying to keep out. There was no doubt about that. The people who lived in the purple mansion had left her a letter. The anger raged like a bonfire inside her. She squeezed her eyes shut and clenched her fists, digging her fingernails into her palms. She had to find a way to control it. One wrong move and the family would burn down the tower, destroying its secret and leaving her stranded. She had only one option. She'd have to wait. Sooner or later, her twin sister would find her. At last, she left her post at the keyhole and climbed the stairs back up to the tower. The mansion's owners had boarded the tower's windows, but moonlight managed to sneak inside. The portal she'd come through was still open. The Netherworld, the land of nightmares, lay beyond it. For decades, she'd been passing back and forth between the 2 realms. Now the family downstairs was trying to stop her. She'd never imagined that people like them could ever muster the power, but they had managed to foil her last big plan. The only piece of furniture in the tower was a giant oak desk. They had left it behind when they'd cleaned out the room. It must have been too bulky to get down the stairs. She climbed on top of it and lay down in the moonlight. Then she picked up the letter she'd found waiting for her when she'd arrived. It was far too dark in the tower for an ordinary human to read, but it had been a long time since she'd been ordinary. Dear Ick, we are the guardians of this portal, and we know you share our power to pass through it. We cannot stop you from visiting the waking world, but we can keep you from going any farther than this room. If you try to leave, we will burn down the tower and everything in it. The portal will be destroyed, and you will never see your sister again. Hopefully, the Netherworld authorities will find you and punish you for the horrible crimes you've committed. Until they do, stay out of our dreams. Charlotte, Charlie, and Jack Laird. Charlotte, Charlie, and Jack Laird. She repeated the names in her head. They belonged to the 2 boys and the girl who'd grown up. How interesting that only 3 people had signed it, when 4 people lived in the house. Ick was almost positive she knew what it meant, and she saw an opportunity. 3 of the people downstairs knew she'd be coming, but the 4th person wasn't expecting her.